Fort Saint Vrain was a trading post built by the Bent Saint Vrain Company in 1837. The trading post was situated near where the Saint Vrain Creek enters into the South Platte River. At the time, this was all claimed by the United States to be part of an unorganized territory that was, itself, carved out of the former Louisiana Purchase. Nowadays, the site of Fort Saint Vrain is located in Weld County, Colorado, in between the towns of Milliken and Platteville. As the name of the fort suggests, one of the people to help establish this trading post was Ceran St. Vrain. Ceran St. Vrain was a fur trader of French descent. He worked throughout the Front Range during the first half of the 19th century. In addition to the fort, St. Vrain Creek and the St. Vrain Valley are named for him. William Clark, of Lewis and Clark fame, in his capacity as Superintendent of Indian Affairs, granted the Bent Saint Vrain Company a trade license in late 1836. The trading post, consisting of a two-story adobe-walled structure with an interior courtyard, was completed and operational within a year. Fort Saint Vrain allowed for trading to occur with various indigenous groups, such as the Arapaho, the Cheyenne, and, to a lesser extent, the Lakota. Marcellin St. Vrain, the brother of Ceran, operated the trading post. In his employ were such notable figures as the mountain man James Bloody Arm Beckwourth and guide Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau. Jean-Baptiste was the son born to Sacagawea and her French-Canadian husband, Toussaint, on the Lewis and Clark expedition. Jean-Baptiste, as an infant, is depicted on the obverse of the Sacagawea dollar coin. In 1843, Fort Saint Vrain served as a stopover for John C. Fremont's second expedition into the Rocky Mountains. This expedition involved such noteworthy figures as Kit Carson and William Gilpin, the latter of which went on to be appointed the first ever governor of the Colorado Territory by President Abraham Lincoln. Following a popular revolt in northern New Mexico in 1847, Ceran and Marcellin St. Vrain decided to return to their hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. 2 years later, Ceran sold his remaining shares in the Bent Saint Vrain Company. This allowed William Bent to become the company's sole proprietor. Bent lived at Fort Saint Vrain briefly, but he ultimately chose to establish his own trading post, aptly named Bent's New Fort, some 188 miles southeast of here. Fort Saint Vrain existed in that too often overlooked period between the Louisiana Purchase and the Colorado Gold Rush. All of the different famous names associated, directly or indirectly, with this place really serve to remind us of just how interconnected the history of the American frontier really is. Thank you for watching.